Life safety devices. According to the NFPA, a fire occurs in the U.S. every 24 seconds, while nationwide, a fire death occurs every 144 minutes. 35% of the smoking fire fatalities had been sleeping, and 17% could not act. You're more likely to have a life safety event than a break-in. Emergency sensors provide your system with a crucial added layer of security. Emergency sensors can save the lives of your loved ones. They range from smoke detectors and heat detectors to carbon monoxide detectors, water flood sensors, and low-high probe temperature probe sensors. Fire codes typically require local smoke alarms to sound in the event of a fire in your home, but having a monitored smoke alarm goes a step further by not only sounding a siren, but calling for help as well. Next is a glossary that defines the anatomy of life safety devices with their features and benefits. Heat sensors. Heat detectors sense heat from a fire and signal your alarm to alert you. A fire normally causes a quick rise in temperature in the vicinity of its occurrence. Heat detectors can either go off when detecting high temperatures, often when the temperature reaches 135 degrees Fahrenheit or greater, or when it detects your temperature rising at an unusually rapid rate. Heat detectors are typically installed in areas where you expect smoke or dust, like kitchens, basements, furnace and laundry rooms, hallways, stairways, garages, attics, and fireplaces. Smoke detectors. Smothering or slow-burning fires can sometimes generate little heat, making it difficult to detect via heat detectors. Smoke detectors are activated when they detect smoke and may release an audible alert earlier in the development of a fire. In some cases, smoke detectors are recommended over heat detectors, since they can detect a fire before heat detectors can. However, if the alarm's coverage space accumulates dust, this can elicit false alarms. Therefore, heat detectors might be a better fit for some people. Smoke detectors can also be triggered by burnt food and steam, so they're not always recommended for installation in a kitchen or a room where people smoke. However, the technology for smoke detectors has improved over the years, enhancing the fault detection of cooking alarms. Carbon monoxide sensors. Carbon monoxide is known as the silent killer, as an odorless, colorless, tasteless gas that kills 400 people and hospitalizes 50,000 people annually. Carbon monoxide detectors indicate the presence of this toxic gas. One difficult to determine without a carbon monoxide detector in your home if you have even one gas appliance. More advanced modes digitally display the level of carbon monoxide or even read it aloud. Carbon monoxide detectors do not detect smoke or explosive gases, only carbon monoxide gas that can cause poisoning. Many security providers now offer a combination 3-in-1 smoke, heat, and carbon monoxide detector in one device that detects and alerts with rising temperature, elevated smoke, and carbon monoxide detection. New devices often include an LED light that indicates the type of emergency. Some have a one-go, all-go feature, where if one device goes off, all devices go off, so you hear them in case you're in a different room. It can be a good idea to install life safety devices on each floor, so if your device in the basement goes off, a device in your second-floor bedroom will go off, increasing the chances of hearing it. Flood sensors. Flood detectors can be installed in areas prone to water leakage. For instance, under a sink where there are pipes or around the pan of your water heater, since they detect the presence of water and moisture. Flood sensors notify you early in the event of water damage caused by leaking or burst pipes in water heaters, HVAC units, washers, etc. In turn, it prevents costly damage from mold and mildew on floors and walls or the ceiling from falling in, thus minimizing loss. With flood detectors, you're typically notified by your security company and receive a text notification, but the police are generally not dispatched. Low or high temperature sensors. Temperature sensors accurately measure temperatures inside of a building. You will be notified if the temperature goes above or below preset standards. Low or high temperature probes can be installed in freezers to notify you before the pipes freeze, or in wine cellars if your wine cellar is too warm. They can be installed anywhere in need of proper temperature maintenance. Like flood sensors, you would typically be notified without police being dispatched.